Good morning, gang. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Let's just go ahead and get the guitar going this morning, and we'll see what exactly is happening. There we go. And we're back in business. So welcome to Jason Carey Guitar. I'm Jason Carey, and this morning we're talking about a morning ritual for guitar growth. And it's a really simple thing. It's super simple to do, and it's super simple to execute. But the only thing that's really challenging for me is just getting the act of getting here and getting the seat time in the morning. So hopefully this is something that you all are able to enjoy and get to, and let's see if we can get some more of the guitar in here. I'm not really sure yet really about camera angles, but good morning. You can hear the bluebirds in the studio walls here. So we have I call this building Bluebird Studio, because it has, we've got a couple of bluebirds that kind of live in the old woodpecker holes from over the year. And that's about it. So let's see what we've got going on here, okay? And just super simple stuff today. Yeah, not really sure exactly what the setup is going to look like when it's all said and done, but hopefully we can get a good dose of guitar in, and it sounds okay. Good morning, Jill. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning. Good morning, Sky. Hello, mates. Sky and mates. Bernie is here in the house. Lex is in the house. Mark, Jill. Good morning. Hey, Wayne McFarlane. Good morning, McFarlane. Used to hang out with a bloke. Anyway, that's enough of that. Good morning. And here's the A string that we all need. I've been doing a little bit of thinking about the A string. So I'm just going to let it ring for you. How important is it to be able to sing the guitar notes that we want to play? Well, that's this question that we're going to answer over the span of the year. So this is definitely for everybody here. Hi, fly. Hi from Russia. Good morning. Yeah, all right. If you're here, smash that like button for Uncle Jason. And, I'm not sure if the light's going to work out, how things are working out here, but it's just super easy. It's a new situation for me personally to be in this particular space. So it's taking me a couple of days to just sort of get my feet into it. And, we'll get it going again. And this will be sort of a holding pattern for the next, few weeks or a month while we remodel another space. So, all right, so I've been thinking a lot about pentatonics versus diatonics. So you could see, if you wanted to read a little bit of a blurb that I wrote late night last night, you can check it out on if you go to my channel right here at Jason Carey Guitar, you can find. I've been thinking a lot about pentatonics and what it is and what it is not. And I just wrote a little blurb you might find handy. It's under my community posts. So you'd have to go over to my page. And if you're on a mobile device, then your mobile viewport, just scroll over a little bit and you can see the tabs here and you can just click on posts. It's the most recent one. It's also where we're going to feature, we have a small list, a stack of morning guitars of the morning ritual that are coming, I think, in the coming week, I think, to post. So we have that to look forward to together too. 1 E and a 2. Let's go ahead and start right away with fingers 3 and 4. We'll go ahead and use fingers 3 and stretch 4, okay? So we're starting right away with frets number 10 and 12, and we'll get going. Breathing, good posture. I have a new chair too. I'm sitting on a drum throne without a back on it. So this is going to promote, this is also going to promote the ease of maneuverability to shift back and forth between the computer if we need it, to do, you know, just to kind of shift things around for the purposes of demonstration. So we're looking forward to that too. Okay, without further ado, 1 E and a 2, and you know what to do. So working the fingers 3 and 4, stretch 3 and 4. Beats per minute and 4 attacks per beat. I have my chair basically adjusted so that while seated I have access to the floor. My legs are almost, my thighs are almost parallel with the floor. And I do not want to forget how to breathe during this sequence. Good. Fingers 2 and 3 on 10 and 12. Here we go. Good morning, Mr. Tortorello. 𝘕𝘰𝘵𝘦𝘣𝘁 Light. Nice Telecaster. Hey. I appreciate this. Hello there. You came up in my YouTube feed. Greetings from Sweden. Good morning. Good morning. Or good day. And thanks for coming. If you are just tuning in, this is a morning ritual for guitar growth, which we are doing every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And we're doing this for the entire year, oh yeah, of 2025, the entire year. And this is a good thing. 1 E and a 2, and fingers 1 and 2 on 10 and 12. We could use pull-offs or hammer-ons as long as we're getting good, crisp, clean, well-articulated tones. It doesn't really matter whether we pick or not. It's a good idea to know the slur and to know the hammer-on and to know the pull-off. One thing we're going to talk about incorporating today into our technique, into our technical practice is, look at me just flubbing all over the place. One thing we're going to talk about is another kind of slur that we haven't really, done a whole lot with in our morning ritual. That's the slur of the slide. So we're going to talk about sliding today. So slides today, wow, that's really working the right hand. That's stretches are coming early today, friends. Stretches are coming early today. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. So we have Russia in the house. We've got Jill. Hi, Jill. And yeah, we've got this. Mark is correct. Smash that like button, or if you're on a mobile viewport, you can double tap the screen to share the love. And I want to be sure that I'm not rushing or mentally speeding this morning. So this is a good exercise not to overlook for me. So breath is super important. So 1 and 2 fingers, 2 and 4, 9 and 12, and a go and a good. I'm still working the hammer-ons and pull-offs. What about the slides, you say? Well, the slides are coming. There we go. I feel like this is a good workout. Relying on hammer-ons and pull-offs with a fourth finger is a really great thing to do, to be doing early in the morning. Hey, Japan. Hello. Good morning. Japan in the house. Russia's in the house. Sweden's in the house. This is good news. Fingers, same thing. Fingers 1 and 3 on frets 2, 9 and 12. 1 E and a 2, and a you know what to do. Good morning, Justin. Guitar for everyone. Good morning. Plucking one time and then pulling off or slurring. Pulling off or hammering on. And working on evenness of tone and production and rhythm. You know, so we've been working primarily, you know, swing or straight divisions. But let's work on another pattern with this next one coming up. Why don't we work on swing 8s or swing 16s? So here we go, fingers 1 and 4 on 7 and 12. This will be where we set our intention for today's practice. This is something that works for me. What am I going to do? This is something that works for you. What are you going to do? Maybe this is something for you, specifically for you. Maybe it's something for this morning, right now. Maybe it's something for today, or something that you have for the rest of the week that you have to unfold or you know. So it's very personal. The intention is for you, Dan. Good morning, Dan. How are you? And we'll set the intentions, or pray your morning prayer, and continue to work on that breath. So that breath is what is going to get us over that finish line. Complete the job. And 1 E and a 2, fingers 1 and 4, 7 and 12. Here we go, hammer-ons, pull-offs. Swing 8s or swing 16s right here. And then straight. And then straight, and then we'll alternate between swing and then straight. job, and I was just thinking that we have something from John Petrucci coming up today. So exercise number 1 out of his book today. Thank you, Guitar for Everyone, for bringing this to our attention. And we have an Anthony Tortorello exercise that we're working this morning. And if you want a whole batch of really wild and crazy stuff, you can check out 𝘕𝘰𝘕𝘁. If he jumps on this morning, or the next time he jumps on, we'll celebrate his accomplishments on his page too. All right, let's go ahead. Not quite there to 4 fingers yet, but we certainly are getting there. Okay. So we'll start with fingers 2 and 3 and 4 on 10, 11, and 12. Let's go ahead and start. Actually, why don't we go ahead and start with the finger stretch right here. Okay. Here's what's going to happen, and this is where it gets really, really interesting. We're starting with finger 2 on fret number 9, finger 3 on fret number 11, and finger 4 on fret number 13. So this is definitely, after these 2 are done, we're definitely in stretch fill. But let's go ahead and complete this segment before we do that. So 9, 11, and 13, fingers 2, 3, and 4. Here are 1 E and a 2, T E and a 40, and a. Don't forget to breathe. Back is straight, tummy is tucked, just to focus on that core, so we don't want to invite bad technique. This is certainly going to hit the stretch fill here. You feeling the burn yet? Are you feeling the burn? Because I'm feeling the burn. It feels good. It feels great. This is right up our alley right here. This is for certain what we were intended to be doing this morning. Good. Ouch. Smile through the pain. Smile through the pain, friends. So we've got this really nice 9, 11, and 13 with fingers 1 and 2 and 3. After this, I'll tell you what, we deserve a stretch, and we are going to take a really great stretch. I see that, Steely Dan. I see that. We had some Steely Dan in the studio yesterday. All right, so 1 E and a 2, 9, 11, and 13. Go. Yes, that's correct, Jill. Missing the Raoul. It's brutal. Guitar for Everyone, it's brutal. Working, focusing on tone, quality of tone, clarity of tone. So we're definitely thinking like pentatonicism and what it is not today. You know, that's definitely something I'm certainly, it's on the front of my mind. It's at top of mind right now for location. So it's certainly, you know, we're starting today. We'll actually start today with C7 and G7. And then you can look later today and then collect all of the community posts from it, because I'm going to list all of the things that we can do with the tritone, and what the tritone is, and how to use the tritone for different kinds of chords, and then what that means when we eliminate that driver, that tension, that driving force of Western harmonic music. The narrative arc is like gone because there's no tension and resolution really needed in pentatonic format, at least the way we understand it, because it's void of the tritone. So let's come back to that. Let's hang on to that. We'll come right back. Stick around. So let's take a look at, let's go ahead and stretch. I think we need to stretch. I certainly do need to stretch. So we're doing the straight elbow, and then we're pulling back the layers of blood, sweat, and tears here. Just working on practicing gratitude for the body. We're working on maximizing our potential, realizing the prophecy of our own potential. And that's so huge in the way that we move forward in our everyday lives, in our day-to-day observances. If we're guitar practitioner full-time, if we're guitar practitioner weekend warrior style, if we're approaching, you know, dropping, you know, a life change where we want to come off of the production line and maybe transition into full-time guitar work. You know, all of it's possible, but all of it needs to be nurtured and cultivated and sown and harvested the same way that we're doing, applying care to our elbows and our forearms and our backs and our necks and our minds. So those simple things become, you know, philosophical contemplations, which are there for a reason. And we can put some of those things into practice and overlook others to find our own path forward, right? Oh, good. Acoustic. I build acoustic. Jill builds acoustic. Currently a 𝘗𝘓. I'll tell you what, 𝘗𝘓 is my absolute, like, I'm not sure what it is. It's something about the proportion, and then the, you know, the sort of the shout bout, or whatever you call that. It's just, and I know luthiers take artistic license more on a steel string guitar, whereas developing classical guitar requires sort of like strict adherence for the most part. The tolerances are within 1/4 of an inch, from what I understand. If you want to call it a classical guitar, a certain sort of style fan bracing instead of the cross bracing. And I'll tell you what, like it's just a beautiful, beautiful instrument. And if it's done right, and I've only played, you know, maybe a small handful of guitars that were built correct, you know, I thought actually sounded and played like a musical instrument. And probably 1 or 2 of those out of the 2 or 3 that I've ever played, that I thought, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 maybe that I've ever played, were right there at Dana Bourgeois' shop in just amazing, like what what a little bit of skill can do. I also saw Ron Carter last night. No way. I missed that. I'd love to see, I can't wait to see what Jill's got kind of in the oven over there for, you know, potential videos. I'd love to see some of that work. So anyway, let's go, let's continue on. That's enough. That's a really nice break, a comfortable break. Just focus on the breath again, just get that reestablished. Just try to change some things up a little bit, just to see what we like. 1, 2, 3, 4 on 9, 10, 11, and 12. And we'll start with that. How's that sound? Feels good to have my fingernails coming back a little bit too. I've been missing my fingernails. That little mandolin episode where I had a little injury on the mandolin, slicing jalapenos, really did a job on my... I see I'm still hanging up on that middle finger where there's still a hook, the nail's not growing back quite right yet. But it is something that's coming back. So I have that to look forward to. Here we go. Hey, the dark night returns. Good morning. Sympathy for the Devil by, oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Man, love those guys. Yeah. So if you're just new here, if you're just tuning in, this is a morning ritual for, I wanted to welcome you firstly. It's a morning ritual for guitar growth where I'm playing here. I show up every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And this is my literal morning ritual for warm-ups. And, you know, I'm inviting you to join me for free, of course. And this is just happening for an hour every weekday morning through the entire year of 2025. So if you do want to do requests, occasionally I will get to requests, and occasionally I will get to those kinds of things, but they more frequently happen when I do live streams later in the day that are specifically driving for that. So you're more than welcome to continue to request the songs, and if you do hang out, if you do stick around, I notice that you stick around, I'm likely to kind of do that stuff toward the end of the session. So I do appreciate you asking, and I really thank you for being here and taking a minute to chat us up in the live stream. So thank you very much. Okay. We'll do fingers 1, 2, 3 and stretch 4 and get that motor running. So 1E and a 2E and a here we go. Head out on the highway, looking for adventure. In case you're wondering how I try to make these musical, you know, these exercises musical, I frequently will think about nursery rhymes. I'll sing nursery rhymes, or just sing something like Get Your Motor Running, you know, and borrow those rhythms and then looking for it. And try to just sort of quote from those rhythms. So that helps sometimes for understanding how I'm approaching what it is I am doing. But we also want to go at a rate of speed that's consistent with what we can process all at one moment. So I'm processing, because I have my eyes open, I'm processing everything in this studio. So as soon as I process, as soon as I close my eyes. So let's go back and I'll continue talking. But let's go ahead and jump to fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, this time with the first finger stretched back. 8, 10, 11, and 12. 2E and a TE and a 4E and a... Seek and Destroy, that's great. One of my old favorites. Don't forget to breathe. I think that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and take a look at our good friend John Petrucci's approach. So here is a piece of a pick platter that my daughter made for me, and it's got a few picks that I like to keep my selection close and highlighted so I know which one I would like to go to at what moment. And these green ones really don't belong here, but maybe they do. I haven't ruled them out yet, but you can see that I have these really cool Jim Dunlap picks that are like paper thin for, you know, some strummy stuff like percussive, you know, rhythm guitar work, like studio work, and then kind of fun though. Add acoustic 1. Mark, a onesie and a twosie. Oh, here we go, Mark. Thanks for being here, Mark, with us today. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you very much, and you have yourself an incredibly wonderful day today. Yeah. Onesie and a twosie, and here we go. Oh, let's do one attack per beat here. One, and so onesie and a twosie and a you know what, or putting on my shoesies, but let's do that. It starts out as this familiar art. It's a diagonal pattern, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 3, 2, 4. So the two outside fingers, fingers 1 and 4, stay put. They do not move, except when we start to do the inverted pattern of 4, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 2, 3, 1. Okay, that's what's going on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Literally, here we go. Fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 3, 2, 4. And then 4, 3, 2, 1. And then 4, 2, 3, 1. And then we'll go ahead to the 4 middle strings, do the same thing. And then down, up, down, alternating picking. And then bottom 4 strings. And so what that brings up a few fingering problems, right? So let's take a look at that. Let's just examine this just for one more moment, because it's worth examining. If we start with 1, 2, 3, 4, that's great. We just start again on 1, 3, 2, 4. But then we have the 12th fret here. Now I need to get back down to the D string. So in order to do that, and to do that at tempo and be totally up to speed, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, right? This is going to just be a little bit of a pig scramble. I don't know, how many of you have done pig scrambles? Man, what a great time that is. We're going to try to mitigate, we're working to mitigate the pig scramble feel. 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 3, 2, 4. And then instead of using my, I guess it's the tip of my 4th finger like I would typically do, I'm going to use a little bit more of my 4th finger so that I can jump over to fret 13. Oop, that's not going to work. That's just a whole lot of just lift. That's probably okay, but is it the fastest way from... It's not the fastest, nor is it the most accurate way to leap from one string to the next. So we'll go ahead and do the finger smear or the layover. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 3, 2, 4. But this time we're going to use more of the 4th finger so that we can get over to the 4th finger on time. Same thing happens here. We lay the 1st finger down. So I'll show you this through the rest. hopefully we get to the right string at the right time through repetition and practice and study. See, when I don't use that fourth finger to lay over, it doesn't really work that well. So let's try using the fourth finger to lay over on the top 4 strings, the middle 4 strings, and the bottom 4 strings. Okay? 2 million viewers soon. Batshit crazy. What's going on? Did I miss something? Stephen Bray, can't watch at the moment, just popped in to say hi. Stephen, thank you for being here. Come back again soon. Yeah, all right, we'll hopefully see you again soon. Sorry to miss your your punch here, but we got it. Better late than never. How about traveling light, Jason, either by the pan? Oh! I have a friend that's super into Panic. Like, it's I have to do a little more listening to Panic. I don't listen enough to Panic, so I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. Right, Mr. Random, you're correct. You are correct, Mr. Random. I have never seen a live chat comment more correct. Thanks, man. It's a confidence. It's a real confidence builder. I needed that. So 1 E and a 2. Oh, let's just do 8th notes. 1 and 2 and. That works so much better if I use that finger to lay over. That just works so well for me. So I'm thankful to understand that. So let me go ahead and walk through a part of this exercise. Still need to do this. And then when we start ascending the pattern again, so that calls for a 2-string skip, so we'll have to be mindful of that. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out what it is, where the landmarks are here. It's the top and bottom for me. And then we'll start here. That's some really cool stuff. so on and so forth until we build up the calendar on that. So it's a fun thing to do, and it's a new thing to do, so we'll go ahead and continue doing that. For now, I wanted to jump back into, for the remainder of our time, I just wanted to continue talking about what the pentatonic system is not. So the pentatonic system is not the tritone. So let's figure out, if we're in the key of C, the tritone is on the 4 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7. So we don't have to resolve down to the 3 or up the leading tone up to the root note. Those half steps do not live. They don't live in the pentatonic system. So let's take a quick look at what happens when we play. Let's set up just something really simple. I'll bring my looper tomorrow. So here's what happens when we feel no need to resolve. I can literally land on any tone and have no, there's no strings attached, no pun intended, but there are no, there are no like barriers to, work around it. Every note, there's no like major 7. That they don't kind of hang us up. They don't tie us to railroad tracks, waiting to be rescued. So we just kind of play A minor pentatonic or C major pentatonic. And this leads us into the thing that I wanted to talk about today, which is to further my excursions into the realm of the pentatonic systems, but also to practice the slur as part of my morning ritual, my morning routine or warm-up. And we could do that through, harmonic minor. We could do it through any systems, but I really wanted to take a moment to just really get good at slurring back and forth from one, instead of instead of doing the things that have those rolls, super important. That's they're there for a reason, but this is also another. It's also another realm of interest for my person because it leads to new places and new phrasing potential, you know, new possibilities for communication through this really simple act of just working the pentatonic system. And I don't want to use the B and the F from the C major scale or the, you know, the flat 6 or the 2 as it relates to minor. But we'll just say the tritone, right? So and it gives us an awareness of an expanded awareness of where the notes are in multiple positions here. All right, I've just got to stand up for a second. All right, here we go. Jumped on during a pig scramble. Hey, welcome, Robbie. What's going on? So, hey, tell your wife thanks for the reminder. Tell the lady of the house thank you for the reminder. It's much appreciated. And keep the, you know, keep those good quality relationships sustained and well fed. So here's to loving relationships. Amen, brother. Yeah. Marco, the 4th and 7th, right? So let's take a look at just kind of a nice C. You know, I'm kind of a rambling man kind of chord, you know. Only instead of doing the chord changes, what we'll do is just kind of sit on C-ishness. So as long as we can keep that C root note in our tonic, you know, without a looper makes this all much more practical and much more easy. But it's a shortcut, and you know where shortcuts lead. And I've ended up in cow fields following a shortcut before with my 92 sabs, and it wasn't, you know, all that pleasant experience. You know, turns out, yeah. Anyway, so, you know, let's go ahead and just keep that C thing going. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. We're still warming up though, so we're still training so what we're doing is we're taking the pentatonic system and we're training our, you know, our fret hand to be, you know, training the gross motor skill here to index from one position to another position. And if you wanted to add a blue note in there, that's cool, but really we're focusing on just nailing that, you know, those slides, those slurs into and out of those new positions. So now if we were doing the same thing, practicing the same thing on position number 5. You see how slippery that can get. So it's a really great thing to do, and I really enjoy doing that kind of thing. And that's perfectly healthy thing to add to a morning ritual style warm-up. So thanks for being here. Kevin, I appreciate you being here, my man, and thank you very much for being the operator of great timekeeping. And let's see. Yeah, amen, Jill. Amen. And 39 years. Wow, dude, that is crazy. We've got 25 and 26. Yeah, that's right. 98 for us. Congratulations, kids. That's a beautiful. Those are beautiful achievements. 𝘕𝘰𝘕 𝘕𝘰𝘕, what's the secret? A lot of secrets there. Acceptance, compromise, good places to start. Kevin, thank you so much again. And let's see. Robbie, thanks for being here. Thank you again. I have to go skip tomorrow, but I'll watch the video. Jill, thank you so much for being here and all of your efforts to make the live chat light and lively. And we'll see you all tomorrow. And until we meet again, I wish you happy picking. All right.